Breonna Taylor and for George Floyd and for all the other nameless who've died this last year. The names we know, the names we'll never know, the names we've yet to know, the names we will soon know. These words, these performances that we do are paltry pantomime to the observance their memory deserves. But the sad tragedy is we'll go on and there won't be songs for most of them. Which is why we have to just, I think, dedicate these apostrophes to the void. This is where we all will go and where most of our recollections remain. This is from almost 50 years ago. David Bowie, 5 years. Pushing through the market square, so many mothers sighing. News had just come over, we had 5 years left to crying. News guy wept and told us Earth was really dying. Cried so much his face was wet, then I knew he was not lying. I heard telephones, opera house, favorite melodies. I saw boys, toys, electric irons and TVs. My brain hurt like a warehouse, it had no room to spare. I had to cram so many things to store everything in there, and all the fat, skinny people, and all the tall, short people, and all the nobody people, and all the somebody people. I never thought I'd need so many people. A girl my age went off her head, hit some tiny children. If the black hadn't pulled her off, I think she would have killed them. A soldier with a broken arm fixed his stare to the wheels of a Cadillac. A cop knelt and kissed the feet of a priest, and a queer threw up at the sight of that. I think I saw you in an ice cream parlor, drinking milkshakes cold and long, smiling and waving and looking so fine. Don't think you knew you were in this song. And it was cold, and it rained, so I felt like an actor, and I thought of Ma, and I wanted to get back there. Your face, your race, the way that you talk. I kiss you, you're beautiful, I want you to walk. We've got 5 years stuck on my eyes. 5 years, what a surprise. We've got 5 years, my brain hurts a lot. 5 years? That's all we've got. We've got 5 years. What a surprise. 5 years stuck on my eyes. We've got 5 years. My brain hurts a lot. 5 years, that's all we've got. We've got 5 years. Give or take. Stuck on my eyes. 5 years. What a fucking surprise. We've got 5 years. Your brain hurts a lot too, right? 5 years. That's all we've got. We got 5 years. What a surprise. Got 5 years stuck covering our eyes. Got 5 years. Turn our brains off. Fucking could be 5 days. But who gives a fuck? Pardon the, whoever owns the rights to David Bowie songs now that he's dead, for me changing the verses a little bit at the end. My apologies to Bowie songwriting, but fuck it. Again, at that point he was a Nazi sympathizer, so. But Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars tapped in. It's a great album. It's a fucking great album, and it's pure narcissism, it's pure indulgence, but it's Bowie. You know, that eye he had that was different. He got hit while he was a child, real hard. And that's why he wasn't like born that way. There is a genetic condition where people have two different colored eyes, like Yuna and Final Fantasy X, but not Bowie. He was born regular eyes. Still very vibrant, his normal eyes, some kind of blue, some kind of emerald, the misty impermanence. But he got socked, so it was different and it was stark. If you watch that, and again, I'm trying to aping the music video he did in 1972 for 5 years. And you just look at his face. I mean, you see that he's strung out, and he definitely needs some dental work. But just look at those eyes. You could tell he was not lying. In 5 years, obviously, that was 50 years ago, so clearly he didn't mean specifically 5 years, but he was speaking from a time where death and catastrophe and mass extinction always seemed imminent. Not just of the individual, but of the very species. It's Vietnam. Fucking post-World War II, they dropped the nukes. Like, that people know the nukes could drop at any point. And, the normies, or people in denial, will deny man's propensity for darkness. That's why they flagellate themselves with religion and God and their other fucking deities and abstractions and sports teams and cults. And, they don't want to look in the mirror. Trust me. It's hard. I come across judgmental and condescending because I'm fucking sick and tired of the bullshit, but I understand. I've been you, man, Maybe I fucking killed as many more babies than you, man, For the 4th of July, I was born on January 1st. Strung out. 1988. Shit. Doctors maybe didn't even fucking, some of them were probably like, this kid maybe he doesn't even have 5 days. But I, like him, my father, and probably like his father, and like a long generation of Irish, former Scottish horse thieves and drunk hustlers and thrifters that my bloodline is, we fucking said, oh yeah? Fuck you, motherfucker, I'll see you in 50 years. But that might be what we have, though. That actually might be what we have right now, 50 years. That's all we got. Some of the people, when that song was released and they heard it, died within a week. That's all they got. In the 8 minutes and 45 seconds running that I've been speaking now. Again, to rip off an old technique and be very bleak, how many children died during this song? I bet they didn't think they were in that song. I mean that. I'm born at the gallows, so that's my humor, but every life matters. I'm not to disparage the Black Lives Matter movement, which, again, Breonna Taylor was murdered, assassinated today by a racist police force that, again, she received no justice. Remember when Amber Geiger was hugged? Do we think they'll have the audacity to pull out one of George Floyd's distant relatives to shake the hand of Derek Chauvin when he gets a slap on the wrist? I mean, the civil case is pretty ample. What is this, 27 million to the family? Blood money. I'm sorry. I'm sure that great for them, great for justice, good for Ben Crump, Good for the family. May they use it well, I know they will. Which is why I'm not, oh, Will, why you're singing a white man song? We should be dead. No. Listen, you want to hear about Breonna Taylor and George Floyd for real? There's a ton of fucking local, black, femme, everything in between, queer, brown voices that you can listen to. They can give better eulogies than me. It's not my place. It's just an Irish horse thief. But I know about Cromwell. I know about the blight. And I know about the plague. And I know about the disease. And for a long time, I fell into the Bowie glaze, that fascist detachment. That's what fascism is ultimately, is that you choose yourself. You choose the Ayn Randian selfish gene and say, fuck everyone else, they are weak, and I am not them, I am stronger than them, and I am above them, and I will crush them. But that is foolishness, that is stupidity, and you end up becoming more weak and frail than the scapegoats you concocted in your own miserable, diseased, mentally ill brain. That's racism. That's bigotry. That's fascism. That's addiction. That's lies. That's capitalism. I just bare fucking bones. I mean that. That's what's killed and raped this earth. And we killed and raped these people. That's why these people are dead and dying right now. Come up with any goddamn fucking excuse. Oh, not 5 years? Well, okay then. Fuck it. Oh, there's just a shark at the beach? Fuck it. It's Memorial Day weekend. We need to fucking, these stores need to make business. Fuck it. Lambs to fucking slaughter. Fuck that shit. I don't care how many years left, how many days left. Like I said before, they probably said shouldn't have even been born. I should have been aborted. That's all I got. So, if I, a little fucking scrappy piece of shit, was able to do that, to denounce that fate, then what's your fucking excuse for going along with this? You have none. And any that you would try to say is foolish and naive and pathetic. And I pity you. I really do. And I love you. I love myself. And, rest in power. Don't spend all our time mourning the dead. Fight the living. Fight the living dead. And that's how we come alive.